Hey everybody!
Hey guys!
Happy Monday.
Another week.
Another week. For me, it is going to be a water fast Monday. We have a lot of things to do.
We got some errands to run. I've been on work calls this morning. Just had a chance now to go with Jules. I did work out today. You did not hear from me today because it was the same old, same old. Ran. I am doing liquid today. I did buy a couple of protein shakes while I was at the gym because, you know, we're finishing up our stay here in Charlotte. So just grabbed a few, and that is what I'm going to use today for nutrition along with water.
We have a bunch of errands we have to do. They're silly little things. We have to go pick
But they're
up,
important things.
They're very important.
Yeah.
We have to go pick up Abra's paperwork so that we can leave the country.
Mm-hmm.
We have to go buy Michael a checked luggage because, believe it or not,
We'll get into that later.
He doesn't have the size of a checked luggage. I forgot to update the vlog a year ago and some odd change when American Airlines lost our luggage. We finally got it back.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
Months later.
Yeah.
It's a little beat up. They actually
cut yours up.
Cut my Osprey bag, cut the straps, but I still have my rolling luggage, but Michael does not have his. We got to pick up something that Mari asked us to bring.
Yeah.
And I think that's it.
Go buy the storage.
Go buy the storage unit.
Got to swap out.
We got to swap all the stuff we have had for the cruise that we don't need for where we're going next.
Yes.
I almost gave it away.
Oh.
Let's go.
Let's go. First errand is done. That was quick, wasn't it? 10-minute drive.
I don't know if you were here for the daily vlogs, but a week ago we brought Abra to her vet, Armstrong Animal Clinic in Charlotte. And today, a week later to the day, is when we got her paperwork back to take her where we're going next.
Yes.
It is not cheap to travel internationally with a dog. It required, well, every country requires something different.
Something different. That's the key there. Different. Yeah, something.
This country requires a health certificate. Colombia also required a health certificate. That is not cheap, and it must be sent to, I guess it's the Department of Agriculture, to sign off that your animal is healthy enough to leave the United States, and then we will have to do all this all over again to bring her back. So
yeah, you have to get it endorsed and stamped from the department. That had to go to what, Raleigh, I think, which
notarized.
Had to be overnighted and then overnighted back, and it's not cheap, but we had to have it to travel with her, so that's what we did.
And no, we wouldn't travel without her.
All right, up next at our favorite used bookstore. If you guys have watched the daily vlogs, you know I've been in here before to buy and sell. It is 2nd and Charles. I'm headed in for the second book in the Mistborn series, Brandon Sanderson. I'll talk to you about that in just a second, and why we didn't go to TJ Maxx. Okay, I see the box set. These are the ones we're looking for, but I'm actually looking for the Well of Ascension standalone. That's what I've got to find. Okay, I was redirected here to Sci-Fi, and I see books 3, 1, and 4. So we're not going to be able to find the second book here, and we're not going to buy the entire series. There's the books I like from Sanderson, the Cosmere books. Yeah. All right. Well, we struck out here, unfortunately. Okay, so you see, I didn't bring anything out. I told the vlog in there. I grabbed my phone. Only the series, not the individual books. Unfortunately, the books that I found were 1, 3, and 4, not number 2.
Oh no!
So yeah, so we won't be taking a book. It was a series that I had been listening to that Mary had picked up in DC and was just now finishing the first book. So I thought we'd be able to pick it up because it is a book talk series, but that must mean it's popular enough it's sold out. So we also didn't stop by TJ Maxx. I told the vlog I would explain later. We had a light bulb moment on the way here, and I can use Julie's Big Osprey. I don't need to purchase a bag because Julie's not using her Big Osprey. So again, that's a win. We just happened to think on the way here. So I think the last thing we have to do for our little errands today before our trip is head to storage and switch out some stuff.
So we'll be checking the 2 pieces of luggage that we checked when we went to Greece 2 summers ago.
Yeah.
Knock on wood, they don't get lost again.
Yeah.
I totally didn't even think about it, but yes, I have the Osprey 70-liter, I think it's called the Farpoint, and it's in perfect condition except for the fact that the straps that cinch down across the unzippable day pack, TSA cut those, and they can't be, I mean, they'd have to be like professionally fixed. So I'm not taking it on this trip. I had originally planned to, but when I realized I'm not taking it and he needs a carry-on, we certainly don't, or a check, we certainly don't need to go buy another piece of luggage. So that's
a win. That's a win. And we're not taking up space in the storage because I'll be carrying one bag, not adding one more to it.
That's great.
Yeah.
All right, storage unit, you guys have been there before. It's kind of a mess right now because we've had to add a lot of things we forgot.
Quickly.
We forgot.
Yeah.
We had it so nice and neat when we thought we were only adding everything from Florida, but there was a ton more stuff we had left here with my grandma, and so it's not as nice and neat as I wish it was, but that'll be a project for me sometime when we come home and we stay here for an extended period of time. So.
Here's the current situation in the storage unit. A little more cluttered than what we would like.
Yes. Man, we had this looking good, too.
We're kind of switching things last minute. So with travel plans, this is the best that it's going to get right now. Like Julie said, we get back in the fall, late fall. We'll come in and tidy this up before year end to start 2026. So yeah.
But we needed to swap out some clothes.
Yeah, we're trying to downsize again for this next trip. We try to downsize a little bit further, which means this accumulates a little bit more.
Yep.
Unfortunately, but we're still, a lot of things are empty here. There's bags and boxes and baskets that are only half filled. So
I like a little more organization than this. This actually drives me a little bit crazy.
Yeah, it's.
Here's my clothes. We don't look like we're going anywhere cold anytime soon, right, babe?
That is true. No, we are not.
Fingers crossed. This next adventure will be about 3 weeks total. If all goes well, sorry about me with the DJI. I am trying to use it like the old gimbal, where if you wanted to go right, you had to push left.
Yeah.
And
I know, that's what I told him on the camera the other day. Yes, what you said, about 3 weeks. And
then we'll have to come swap it all again.
Weather, we'll have to come swap it all again, which is okay. That's why we got this.
It's been super nice. We wash everything and then hang it up, so it's all clean in here.
15 minutes is usually about what it takes to switch things over so far, so that's great.
These racks came from Amazon. I think they're about $40. I have two. Right. Michael has one. Love them, and I feel like they're better off actually without the cover, because I feel like my clothes can air out a little bit more. There is a plastic cover that comes with them, but it's kind of crap. I think they're better off like this.
Yeah.
All right, next tour. What comes next?
Nothing.
We're done?
Back to work. Yeah.
Hey vlog, it's about 2 o'clock. Michael is back to work. I'm headed out on a little adventure of my own, and part of me feels like I shouldn't do this or even talk about it on camera, and the other part of me feels like it would be wrong not to talk about this on camera. But a few days after we got back from the cruise, I think it might even have been the same day we found out about Charlie Kirk, was the day I learned about what happened in Charlotte way back in August. I want to go visit the grave of Irina Zarutska. I'm apologizing if I'm not pronouncing her name right. It was a horrible thing that happened here in Charlotte, and I don't know if you've been able to tell, but it's been on my mind all week. This has been a really, really sad week for me. I always talk about Charlotte in such a positive light. This is my hometown. This is home to me, and I see nothing but good things in Charlotte. And when this happened, it really opened my eyes to the fact that I need to really represent Charlotte for what it is. I want to go lay some flowers at her gravesite. I don't want to give one single second talking about who did this to her or what happened. I'm sure everybody watching this knows. What really, really blows my mind is that it happened on August 22nd. Michael and I lived in Charlotte until August 30 or 31st. That whole time, over a week, we never heard a word about this in the news, in the media, on social media. We went on the cruise. We never heard a peep about it. And then it was last week, I guess Tuesday or Wednesday, when I heard about it for the first time, and I was absolutely blown away that this hadn't been talked about for the 2 or 3 weeks prior to that. What happened about a half a mile away from the apartment that Michael and I lived in right before we moved out of Charlotte to Florida. The first time I ever left North Carolina in my life. We moved to Florida in March of 2022, and we had been living at an apartment just one stop away on the light rail. We were on the light rail all the time. We used the public transportation system quite a lot to go uptown because there's nowhere to park up there. It really bothered me, not only that it happened, but that it was kept such a secret and kept under wraps. So I'm going to release that vlog separately. I'm going to turn monetization off on that video. I wouldn't feel right making any money from that video, but I do feel the need as a person from this area who vlogs in Charlotte regularly not to just completely ignore what happened. I want to go buy some flowers and say I didn't know Irina, but to say my rest in peace, and that I'm sorry that my city did this to her. I'm sorry to her family. I'm sorry to her. She was such a young, beautiful girl. I read the obituary that her family posted on that her family wrote about her, and it's beautiful. It's heartbreaking. What a tragic loss of a beautiful girl with so many positive attributes and so much going for her in life. And I feel in some way personally responsible. She came here to seek refuge in a war. She came here to be safe, and then my city did this to her, and it's been bringing me down all week. There's nothing I can say to make this any better, or nothing I can do, but I do feel the need to pay my respects, and I'm going to show you in a different video if I'm able to. But I did see on her obituary that her family said in lieu of flowers, donations could be made to a memorial, but there was not any information or a link what that memorial is. I'm going to keep checking and see if maybe that information gets updated, because I would really like to make a contribution in her honor. But that's what we're going to do while Michael's at work. So let's go along for a little ride to Huntersville. It should be probably around 30 minutes. Hey guys.
Good evening now.
We are on our way. I'm dragging Michael out after work hours to a Mecklenburg Historical Society meeting tonight. I'm really excited.
Yeah?
I am on their emails. I have been since Memorial May. Actually, I think I've been there for a long time, but it's just a meeting to talk about some, with the Tommy Warlick is his name.
Okay.
Preservation efforts that are coming up in Charlotte, and what can be done. They're going to announce some monument cleaning events and things like that.
Oh, you like that?
To be fair, I really don't know what all else might be announced in this meeting, but I'm very excited to go. Let me change lanes without speaking. I can't do two things at one time. I'm very excited to go and hear like a little update on what's going on with Charlotte as far as preserving our history. I love the Historical Society. They're the ones that put on the tombstone cleaning events. I've been to several. And I'm very sad that I'm going to miss out on their next one because we will not be in town for it.
Why? Where will we be?
TBD.
Good one. I thought I was going to get you on that
You
one.
almost had me.
I did. I thought I was
announcing that tomorrow in the middle of a pack with us.
Stay tuned for that, please.
We will catch up with you after this meeting and tell you anything good we learned.
Yes. You'll want to know my opinion for sure on what I learned.
Yeah, you're not as much into history.
You've made me though. You've really gotten me into American history for sure.
There's a lot of it here in Charlotte. And the best part is our city is starting to honor and recognize it in ways I never knew they did before.
So Julie said you want to go? I said, I'll come with you. I'll see what it's about. So yeah, stay tuned for that.
Sorry about the window. Sorry about the window.
The Jeep still is. I got to wait till we get back from International. We're going across the pond. So I'll fix it once we get back.
There's a hint.
A hint.
Okay, we're going to make this super quick because we are about to lose our light.
We are. It's after 8 o'clock.
I had a really good time. We talked a lot about the Chagall Creek Presbyterian Church cemeteries, specifically number 1 and 2. And I've done multiple videos there on Alexander, the Alexander family, Reverend Alexander Craigshead, Hezekiah Alexander, Abraham Alexander.
There were a lot of Alexanders.
There was a whole cemetery just of Alexanders. Look, we lost our light.
I know.
It sounds like they are trying to get those 2 cemeteries put on the preserved list, which does not mean necessarily that there's any funding to upkeep them.
Yeah, that was interesting hearing the whole process and when you don't or can get funding. Yeah.
But we learned a lot about other historical buildings in Charlotte.
I did.
And it got me all fired up. There's so many videos here I'd love to do. So many stories to tell. Charlotte is just chock full of history.
It was a good little crowd, too. And the speaker did a good job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tommy Warlick. I'll put the link to the Landmarks Commission at the top of this video if anybody wants to check it out and see what's coming up. Unfortunately, I won't be around for the monument cleaning in a few weeks, but I will definitely try to attend any events that I can while I'm in town.
Yeah.
It's always a good time hanging out with these people.
Yeah, everyone seemed really nice and open and receptive. Yeah, it was very respectful. I learned a lot, so that was really good.
This should just be our thumbnail right here.
You think so? In the dark?
Bye, guys. See you tomorrow.
Have a good night.